Is starch good for health? The answer is a resounding yes, especially when we talk about the kind of starch found in whole, natural foods. In today's nutrition landscape, where low-carb and keto trends often dominate the conversation, it's easy to overlook how essential starch, particularly in its complex and slow-digesting forms, truly is for a healthy, balanced life. Far from being a dietary villain, starch is a key nutrient that supports sustained energy, satiety, metabolic stability, and long-term well-being. Complex carbohydrates like starch are the body's most efficient and readily accessible energy source. The human body, especially the brain and muscles, runs on glucose, and starch is one of the most effective vehicles for delivering that glucose in a steady, controlled manner. Unlike simple sugars that flood the bloodstream and then quickly disappear, leaving us feeling jittery, foggy, or hungry again, complex starches are digested more slowly. This slow digestion means the body receives a gradual and sustained supply of energy, making it easier to maintain focus, physical strength, and mood throughout the day. This slow, even release of energy is especially beneficial when it comes to managing hunger. Foods rich in complex starches, such as whole grains, legumes, root vegetables, and certain fruits, are typically high in fiber and water content, which increases their volume and slows their passage through the digestive tract. As a result, these foods help keep us feeling full and satisfied for longer periods. That satiety reduces the likelihood of overeating or reaching for highly processed snacks between meals. In this way, starch doesn't just fuel the body, it helps regulate appetite naturally and supports healthy eating habits without requiring willpower or restriction. What's more, these whole, starchy foods often carry a rich blend of nutrients beyond carbohydrates. Many are high in B vitamins, which are crucial for energy metabolism, as well as magnesium, iron, potassium, and antioxidant compounds. Legumes, for instance, are not only packed with starch, but also provide plant-based protein and resistant starch, a special type that feeds the beneficial bacteria in the gut. When starches are eaten in their whole form, such as brown rice instead of white, or roasted sweet potatoes instead of fried, they contribute not only calories, but a nutritional depth that supports immune function, digestion, and cardiovascular health. Starch also plays a vital role in blood sugar control when it's part of a fiber-rich, whole food matrix. This is particularly important in preventing or managing conditions like type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Complex starches lead to a lower glycemic response, helping to prevent the sharp insulin spikes that are associated with weight gain and blood sugar imbalances. In this way, starch works not just as a source of energy, but as a stabilizer, a key component in helping the body maintain internal equilibrium. Another important aspect of starch is how it supports physical endurance and athletic performance. Athletes and highly active individuals rely on glycogen, a stored form of glucose derived from starch, to fuel their muscles during exercise. Without enough dietary starch, the body lacks the fuel it needs for sustained exertion, leading to fatigue, reduced performance, and slower recovery. Even for those who don't consider themselves athletes, regular daily activity, from walking to climbing stairs to simply thinking and working, demands a reliable energy source. Starch, with its efficient conversion to glucose, is perfectly suited to meet these needs. Historically, starch has been the foundation of diets across the globe. From the maize-based meals of Central America to the rice dishes of Asia, to the hearty lentil and barley stews of the Middle East and Mediterranean, people have thrived for centuries on starch-centric cuisines. These populations often experience low rates of chronic disease and enjoy longer, healthier lives. Their diets, rich in complex carbohydrates and low in animal fats, show us that starch not only sustains life, it enhances its quality. There's also an emotional and sensory element to starch that should not be underestimated. A bowl of warm oatmeal in the morning, a plate of roasted vegetables and quinoa, a comforting lentil soup. All of these meals are grounded in starch, and they satisfy in a way that's both physical and emotional. That comfort factor matters. Food should nourish, but it should also bring joy, satisfaction, and peace of mind. Diets that are overly restrictive or fearful of starch often lead to psychological stress and disordered eating patterns. By embracing complex starches, people can enjoy their meals without guilt while still promoting their health. It's important to distinguish between processed starches, like those found in white bread, sugary cereals, and snack chips, and the kind of slow-digesting, nutrient-rich starches found in whole plant foods. The former are stripped of fiber and nutrition, often contributing to weight gain and health problems. The latter, however, are protective, grounding, and fundamentally health-promoting. It's not the presence of starch that causes harm, it's the form it takes and the context in which it's eaten. In a world increasingly shaped by convenience and fast food, returning to the foundational role of whole, starchy foods in our diets is a powerful act of self-care. Starch offers not only the physical energy we need to meet each day, but also contributes to the broader picture of metabolic health, appetite regulation, and long-term vitality. When we choose complex carbohydrates in their natural forms, we're not only honoring what the body truly needs, we're building a resilient, sustainable approach to eating that feels good, tastes good, and does good. So yes, starch is good for health when it comes from whole, unprocessed sources and is part of a diverse, plant-forward diet. Rather than something to be feared, it is something to be celebrated, a slow-burning, nourishing, life-sustaining fuel that helps the body thrive from morning until night.